So obviously, if you put a ton of money into your bond every single month, you're going to pay it off in no time. So I want to highlight a very important thing about today's topic, and it's in the heading, without extending yourself. Because let's face it, not everyone has double the amount of money that they can put into their bond every single month. Welcome to reality. Now, my wish for each one of you is to take action and have your financial freedom. So take notes in this video if you must. How to pay your bond off in 8 years without extending yourself, up next. Hey guys, welcome back to Money Talks with me, Nabeel Khan, where we promise to take action in our lives today because no one's going to do it for us. So today I'm going to show you how to pay your bond off in 8 years without extending yourself and still grow your wealth and savings every single year. Now, I built a calculator to prove the numbers of this video with the help of math geniuses Ray and Marty. Thanks for the effort, guys. So I'm going to level with you guys right now. This proper works, but if you do not have your habits and your mindset right with an understanding of how money is flowing into and out of your lives, guys, this is not going to work for you. You should not do this. So rather, if you aren't ready to do this yet, spend some time on the other videos on the channel, watch them, get your habits and your mindset right, and then come back to the rest of this video. So let's get straight into the scenario of how Mbali pays her bond off in 8 years without stretching herself or her budget. Mbali followed Nabeel's video on the 5 steps to buying your first home and was ready for this. She got approved for a 100% bond on a R1,000,000 place at prime interest rate. That's 10.25 right now, and bought the place. Once it was in her name, she opened up an access facility on this bond. An access facility or flexi bond facility allows you to put extra money into your bond and have access to it above and beyond your monthly bond repayments. Any money that you put into your bond that's sitting there is saving you interest over time of your bond. So her monthly bond repayment is 9,816 Rand per month, and her term of the bond is 20 years. If she just pays the minimum bond repayment, she would have over the 20 years paid over 1.3 million Rand in interest. Now, because she had her emergency funds and her finance was in order before she bought the place, she obviously had enough for her 10% deposit. And so she takes that 10% and parks it into the access facility on the bond. And by doing this, she already reduces the amount of money she owes on the bond, which means she is saving interest. How much interest? Just by doing this, she saves 5 years worth of interest. 5 years worth of interest. Now, the beauty of this is not just the amount of money she just saved. She took her deposit and put it into her access facility, and that means she has access to it. So she effectively, in case of any emergency, has access to 10%, 100,000 Rand at any given point in time. So how does she reduce this further? Well, let's say Mbali earns a salary of 35,000 Rand and gets paid on the 25th day of every single month. She knows that the banks calculate the amount of interest on the bond daily, and so each day that extra money is in the bond, she is saving interest. So she moves her debit orders to the day before payday, that's the 24th, and has now created time in the month when no one needs her money, and so she puts her entire salary into the bond. She is also aware that she needs to spend money on travel, food, etc. in the month, but also knows that her credit card offers her interest-free use for 55 days, and she knows exactly what those budgeted expenses are for each month, and so she spends exactly what she budgeted for on her credit card for the remainder of the month. All the days that go by with her entire salary in the bond, she is saving interest on. So the day before debit orders are needed, she logs into her app and moves her salary back into her account, and debit orders go off as usual, and she settles her credit card with the money she had budgeted to spend. The next day she gets paid and does it all over again. This habit alone saves her 2 years of interest. That's 2 years for paying nothing extra into a bond, just a solid habit in understanding and discipline. So she doesn't stop there. She's already cut her bond time by more than a third and feels motivated to save more, so she budgets to add only 10% of her bond repayment as an additional contribution to her bond. That's 1,000 Rand a month extra. She says she can afford to increase that 1,000 Rand extra every year by 20%. That's 200 Rand extra next year, and so on. Just by doing this, she saves another 4 years of interest. When Mbali gets her 13th check, she takes only 1/3 of her 13th check and puts it into the bond because she's got December things to do and uses the other 2/3 to go and have a good time. This little bit extra saves her one more solid year worth of interest. And take a look at that, guys. She is already on track to paying her bond off in 8 years without breaking a sweat or the bank. Now I'm hoping to tie this one up with a very true statement, guys. Real habits and an understanding with regards to anything you do in life will always pay you more handsomely than anything anyone can ever promise you. And I'm excited to be sharing this idea with you because I know it works. And I wish that you practice it and it helps you in your journey to building the right mindsets, habits, and education on your way to financial freedom. Don't only share this video, but take it in, and I hope it helps you. Please, guys, like, subscribe, and let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. Click on the bell notification so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.